Hey everyone, I'm Ryan Miller 70, and I just wanted to go over my thoughts on Nintendo's E3 2012 press conference. Since probably by the time I next film, I'll forget all about it and whatever. So, I was hyped as hell over this press conference. Nintendo is like family to me, and they're the only company I watch at E3. I don't care for Microsoft, EA, Sony, or any of the other companies that bother to have a press conference. I don't watch any other ones. I just watch Nintendo because I only care about Nintendo. So with this press conference, I was so hyped I was willing to stay up all night, even though I didn't. I stayed up till about 4 in the morning Central Time, or 4:30, whatever, I don't remember. So then I went to sleep for about 4 hours so that I could wake up and have 2 hours left until Nintendo's press conference started. So yeah. And then once it started, well, I'll give you my reaction to Nintendo's press conference after I go over what happened. So pretty much, here's what went down. It started off with Miyamoto announcing one of the most hyped games I've seen since Pikmin. Pikmin 3. Yes, Miyamoto has finally announced that Pikmin 3 will be coming out for the Wii U. Now, Pikmin 3 will have a new Pikmin called the Rock Pikmin. Rock Pikmin will allow you to destroy objects that your other Pikmin couldn't destroy, and so, to make a path. There's also 4 different captains here, but none of them are Olimar. Miyamoto wanted to keep it a secret as to why Olimar's there, which pretty much tells me it's a story reason. Why he's not there. There's many ways it could be that he's not there. And then there's also with the gamepad, it's a lot easier to control. It's a lot easier to control where your Pikmin go. You can also roam around the map. You can, just do so much with the gamepad that makes Pikmin seem a lot easier. My personal reaction to the announcement, I know Pikmin fans will be happy as hell. It's a game they've been wanting since Pikmin 2 came out. I hear so many people wanting it. I personally don't care. I haven't played Pikmin before, so I don't know if I'd like it or not. I mean, I might, but I just haven't played Pikmin before, so whatever. Next up was that they announced the Wii U will be able to support dual gamepad gaming. Where you have 2 gamepads, 2 Wii U gamepads, and be able to play the game, and the game will somehow do something special with 2 gamepads. But they didn't show any games at this press conference that would, use dual 2 gamepads. They wanted to focus on ones that would only use 1, but they felt the need to announce that you could use 2. Next up, they announced New Super Mario Bros. U. Now, before I go on, you may notice that a lot of these games have the letter U in it, as in Wii U. I mean, Nintendo's kind of known for having a couple of their first games that come out have the title, the console on it, or at least a part of the title. Here it's U. For the Wii, you always saw Wii in some places like Wii Fit, Wii Sports, Wii Sports Resort. There's probably some other ones that have the actual WII in it somewhere. I don't know. Or even just the letter WE, and it just didn't sound right, and it probably would sound better if that was taken out, but they said it because they couldn't put WII for some reason. Then you have the N64, which is known for doing that. At the end of most of the games, just saying 64, like Super Mario 64, Superman 64, even though that was just called Superman, but everyone calls it Superman 64. You also have Doom 64, stuff like that. Super Nintendo added Super to a lot of games, whatever. So, back to New Super Mario Bros. U. The game has some new suits, such as the Flying Squirrel suit, which allows you to fly slowly down and be able to travel farther. And there's also some Yoshis. Yes, like in the first New Super Mario Bros. Wii, there's Yoshis in this game. However, this is, similarly to Super Mario Galaxy 2, these Yoshis have a different ability depending on what color you give them. Or not really give them, they'll hatch and become a color. And whatever color they are, they'll have a different ability. Some will hover you upwards, while others will blow bubbles and get rid of enemies. You also can't ride on these Yoshis. And there's also a new boost mode in which the player with the gamepad, since everyone else will be playing with the Wii remotes, can assist the players by giving them the item they need. They also showed off the Miiverse, which is basically a social networking site for gamers. It's really nothing more than that. I mean, if you were to see it, that's pretty much what you'd think of it. The Miiverse will be the first thing you see when you turn on the Wii U, and you can talk to your friends or anyone that has an interest in a game you're playing, and they can give you hints, they can comment on the game. You know, like with New Super Mario Bros. U, there's a person saying playing as a flying squirrel is way more fun than it should be. They can also just tell you their score. Like I remember someone saying the score they got in the Bowser boss stage, whatever. Next up, they announced Batman Arkham City Armored Edition, but it didn't really seem like there needed to be an announcement for this. I mean, it didn't really seem to have anything new from the other versions. I think I watched half of the game via Let's Play of one of my favorite critics doing the game, doing a Let's Play of the game. And from what I've seen in the trailer they gave and the gameplay footage they gave, I didn't really see anything new from the other versions as this, other than using the Wii U gamepad instead of a normal controller. You know, they have certain things on there, but things you can do on the gamepad you can also do in the other versions, so there really isn't nothing new. It just seemed like they wanted to say, hey, we're putting Batman on the Wii U. Then they announced the next game in the beloved Scribblenauts series, Scribblenauts Unlimited. Scribblenauts is a game series where you can pretty much just, you know, write down a word, and whatever word you wrote down will pop up on screen. Then the second Scribblenauts came in, and it added adjectives to it. And so this game has a new multiplayer mode, but they didn't really go over it. Just the trailer for the game said new multiplayer mode and nothing else. The new game allows you to create whatever you can think of, and there's pretty much just limitless possibilities. I mean, the trailer they showed a guy look at his dog, and he looked at a car, and he decided to make a creature that was part dog, part car, you know, and he showed it to his girlfriend or wife or whoever the hell she happened to be. Maybe it was just his friend that happened to be a girl. And she's like, you know what, I want to give him Mohawk. And so she did that. You know, you just pretty much create whatever you want. You know, and you don't really have to write the word down. You kind of just create it. Kind of like the drawn-to-life games, although it's bound to be 100 times better than drawn-to-life. Then they pretty much had a montage of third-party games coming out for the Wii U, which included Darksiders 2, Mass Effect 3, Tank, Tekken Tag Tournament 2, Trine 2 Director's Cut, Ninja Gaiden 3, Razor's Edge. Oh no, Razor's Edge was Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge, and Aliens Colonial Marines. So, yeah, those were some third-party games coming out. And then they announced the next game in the Wii Fit series, Wii Fit U, which has all new games that incorporate the gamepad and also has this pedometer or whatever it's called, you know, those things you stick on your pants, and whenever you go for a jog, it tells you how many steps you took or how many calories you burned. Well, this one will have that, and you can upload it to the game, and it'll tell you how many. It'll add that to your total calories burned that you also burned while playing this game. So that's kind of a neat little addition to the Wii Fit series. And then they announced another game called Sing. It's still a working title, so I don't know if that's actually what the final product will be called. It might be. But it's just basically a karaoke game. The trailer tried to make it look like it would be mixed with dancing, but it didn't really make it look like the dancing was even part of the game. It just happened that everyone was doing the dance on screen. It's just it's just a karaoke game. It's just a karaoke party game. So then they felt bad because, you know, they were focusing so much on the Wii U, they didn't want to leave 3DS owners out. So they came out with some 3DS games. First one that was announced was New Super Mario Bros. 2. This game had such a focus on getting the gold coins. I mean, maybe the gold coins actually will do something special in the game. Maybe it's just a metaphor, because that's kind of how the guy uses, like, when everyone's going for the gold this year, well, Mario's definitely doing that here. I don't know, he said something like that. So, I mean, yeah, there is some abilities that will allow you to get all these gold coins. That's pretty much all they showed. It just showed, like, millions upon millions of gold coins in this game. They didn't really show much gameplay other than getting gold coins. That was kind of upsetting. They announced the next Paper Mario game, which will come out for the 3DS, called Paper Mario Sticker Star. This installment will have Mario collecting stickers to attack. You have to run around the land and find stickers. You can't just do what the past Mario games, Paper Mario games have done, where you select an action or you just perform it, like in Super Paper Mario, where you just perform the attack. You can't go like Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, the original Paper Mario, where you are in a battle and choose your attack. This one you have to actually find stickers, and those stickers will allow you to do an attack. And once you use a sticker, it's gone. You have to go find it again, or find another one, or buy another one. I guess you can buy them. And it's just really strategy based. It's more strategy based than the past games. Hopefully, it's for the better. So yeah. All right. Next is a game. They actually announced this at last E3, but it wasn't really. They didn't really talk about it that much. They just kind of said, "Hey, we're finally giving you it." They announced Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. Luigi's Mansion 2, but they officially now they're calling it Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. In this game, it's going to be for 3DS, as most of you know. Luigi will now travel to several different mansions. Instead, like in the first Luigi's Mansion, he was in that one mansion the entire game. In Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, he will travel to several different mansions, each with different missions and different ghosts, and just some weird stuff will go on because it's Luigi's Mansion. And then they pretty much just had a montage of 3DS games that will come out for the 3DS, such as Castlevania, Lords of Shadow, Mirror of Fate, Epic Mickey Power of Illusion, Scribblenauts Unlimited, and Kingdom Hearts 3D Dream Drop Distance, which I would probably be extremely excited for because I'm a Kingdom Hearts fan. Okay, that's reason enough just to get a 3DS right there. It's just for that. So they went back to the Wii U, and now they're just only focusing on the Wii U for the rest of this. The first game they announced when they came back was Lego City Undercover. Apparently they announced this at last year's E3. I think I remember it. I'm not that sure. But this will pretty much give it gives the Lego video game series, which I honestly love the Lego video game series. I mean, well, maybe not love. I like them. I kind of wish they'd be a little bit more challenging, but this is for kids. They're addicting. But it's finally giving something I've wanted in the Lego series for such a long time. Voice acting! Finally! Getting sick of the random movements and grunts of the Legos. Ugh. And this also appears to be a sandbox game. I mean, I hope it is. From the trailers, it looked like a sandbox game. Hopefully it's a sandbox game, because this game needs to be sandbox. You got this huge city to explore. It just seems like it would be perfect for a sandbox game.